Hello everyone, Adrian here. I bet you, like me, thought of Patagonia as an outdoor clothing company. And in fact, they are an outdoor clothing company, but they also sell quite a bit of food. They have a whole line of products. And part of the idea behind it is that they are emphasizing sustainable practices, and there's a wide variety of different products that they sell. And I thought that I would pick up some of their vegan items, and these are all um, actually pretty easy to prepare, as well as being organic and vegan. They're dried products where you're just adding water, so they're super simple preparation. Um, what I picked up is I have two soups. So there's a green lentil soup and a black bean soup. And Patagonia Provisions, that's the brand name. And then I picked up two of their grain bowls. So this one is an organic mushroom, and this one contains kale and some other vegetables there. So these would definitely not be gluten-free. They contain kamut, I believe is how you pronounce it, Khorasan wheat. So it is literally wheat. It's a kind of a particular strain of wheat. So with all of these, all you do is you add boiling water, and then in some cases you boil for not more than 10 minutes. They don't require any additional ingredients, although on the package there's some suggestions for some additional things. But I was going to put this together. I'm going to show you what I've got and give it a taste and let you know my impressions. This is the mushroom grain bowl. It's super easy to prepare. You just add 1 cup of boiling water to the dry mixture, stir them together, cover them, and let them sit for 10 minutes. No additional cooking needed besides just boiling the water. And it smells great. It's got this wonderful mushroom smell. So I'm looking forward to giving this a try. And here we go, giving the savory grain mushroom bowl a try. As I was mentioning before, it smells wonderful. That's nice. It has a nuttiness to the grain and a little bit of a chew to it. Definitely you get the mushroom flavor. But it's also nicely seasoned. It's pretty neutral in the savory vein. I really like it. I also really happen to like mushrooms a lot. So to be frank, I eat sort of grain bowls frequently with a lot of different kinds of grains. Rices and couscous type things. In fact, this actually reminds me a lot of a couscous dish that I eat pretty frequently. But I love barley, and I'll do quinoa. I like to mix it up, as you've probably figured it out. But I like this a lot. And it was super easy to make. And if you're camping or traveling or hiking, these are dried, so they're really light to carry. Good stuff. Here is the lentil soup, which again required just water, but you actually have to simmer it for 10 minutes in the water. So it's still super easy just a touch more complicated versus the grain bowl. One thing to mention with these two is that each package is considered 2 servings, whereas the grain bowls are just a single serving per package. I'm going to try the lentil soup. Now, this would be a natural thing to have as part of a sustainable food program. Any kind of legumes, beans, lentils, peas, anything like that, they are some of the most sustainable foods that you can eat. The plants themselves create nitrogen, so there's no need for artificial fertilizers to be added to these. So just right off the bat, just because of the natural way that the plants grow, they are much more sustainable, much less in need of additional chemicals to be added just to make the plant successful. But anyway, how does it taste? And again, I like lentil soup, generally speaking. This also has some nice flavoring that I can tell, garlic and ginger. Yeah, that's good. So in addition to the lentils, there's bulgur wheat in here. So that adds a little bit to the texture of it. It kind of thickens it a little bit. You can see there's some peppers. It's good. It's quite good. These are both things that would be very satisfying as a meal. You can add other things to it, obviously. Here's the savory grain kale bowl. And whereas the last two that I showed you were variations on brown, this one is significantly more colorful. We definitely got that punch of green in here. Smells good. There's definitely also mushroom in this as well. Livens up our color palette. So here we go with our savory grain bowl with kale in it. Now, I do enjoy kale in some preparations, and this is kind of nice. It's pretty finely minced, so you're getting the taste and the nutritional value of the kale, but it doesn't have that kind of aggressive texture that you can sometimes get with kale. Sometimes, you really have to sort of bite into and chew on kale if it's just like steamed, or even if it's like raw. It can be kind of a tough texture, but this is not like that at all because it's all minced up and cooked. So and the flavor is nice. It's definitely got more of a green vegetable flavor to it versus the mushroom. Still fairly neutral, so if you were eating this with other things, it wouldn't overpower whatever else you're eating. But it's a similar grain blend. So there's that sort of base nuttiness and some chewiness to the grain itself, as well as now the vegetables added. That's pretty good. And the last one that I'm trying today is our black bean soup. And as you can see, this also has some whole kernel sweet corn in there, as well as some peppers and some other flavors. The final dish that I'm trying from Patagonia Provisions is the black bean soup. So you can tell definitely we've got black beans in here. There's corn added. You get little spikes of red so that you can tell that there's some pepper in there as well. not super spicy. Actually, that bite, I got a fair amount of the corn, so you get kind of that bit of a sweetness, as well as the corn is intact enough that you could get the sensation of actually kind of biting into the kernel. This is not flavored as much as some of the other black bean soups that I've had. It's not bad, but it doesn't really have much of a zing to it. It's actually pretty mild tasting. I suppose some people, if you like more of a zing to it, then maybe bring along some Tabasco sauce or something to spice it up just a little bit. Like I say, not bad, just quite mild. If you're taking this out, as I mentioned, you know, maybe I just keep thinking about camping and being kind of out in the wilderness because it is a brand that's associated with that. I'm eating it at home, obviously, but you know, all of these things, you know, if you've been out hiking all day or something like that, it's all going to be really tasty. So anyway, so that is Patagonia Provisions. They've got a whole wide variety of different things that you can try. This was just kind of a selection of their vegan options, ones that appealed to me looking through them. So I liked them all. They were quite good, extremely easy to prepare. They seem to have good, wholesome ingredients. So yeah, I think that this is probably good things to keep around. So if you enjoyed this video, then please hit the thumbs up. If you know someone else who would enjoy this video, then please share and also subscribe to my channel. Thanks.